Welcome back, Raiders. Here is a guide for Hunting Trip in 1.0 where you've got to kill Shturman with over 75 meters away with an M700 and a TAC 30, a no BS guide. Let's get straight into this no BS. So we're going to go into our inventory here, and I'd recommend any level 4 plus armor, preferably level 5. And here's a tip for the B13 floral armor here. If you go linked search, you can actually get super good plates for this, front plates specifically, for super cheap. So make sure you just like double click this, check the armor rating. So like 10k for a 28 or 28 level 5 for just like a PvE quest. Well, it's not a PvE, this is PvP as well, but like, you know, if Shturman wants to light you up with a few body shots, this is insane value. So make sure you check that out. There's a tip. As for our loadout, we're going to be equipping the M700. You've got to make sure it has a TAC 30 on it. No suppressors needed, because we're just going to kill Shturman, get out of there. We're not staying around for a whole bunch of time. And let's go over the ammo really quickly. This is how I like to set up my M700. As you can see here, I've got M80A1, just in case I bump into any raiders. Feel free to replace M80A1 if you have none available to you for M62, M61, or BCPFMJ. I'm not the biggest fan of M80 due to the accuracy debuff that you get with it. And the way I do this is I put one M80A1 in the chamber, then I put 8 bullets in first, so they go to the bottom of the mag, and then I put my rest of my M80A1 into the 10 rounder and then into the M700. So the good bullets are at the top and the crappy bullets are at the bottom. Now, just before I start it, every single bullet here can kill Shturman with a headshot. Shturman has 63 head HP, and all these do above 63 damage per shot. And you can run, you know, if you want to be really cheap with it, Ultra Nozzler, which is the cheapest ammo going for 105 damage, but I'm pretty sure you'll be getting a lot of helmet bounces with this ammo because it's a penetration level 15. And that's just it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get straight into our god spots for this guide. Alright, Raiders, we're going to compact the what I do off spawn sections and god spots into one little section here. So if you spawn anywhere on the scav house side of the map, you're going to run to our first god spot, which is the sandbags. This also applies to the USEC camp, but the USEC camp shares the sniper rock and the sandbags location. Let's run over there right now. Okay, as you can see, we are approaching the sawmill. And just before getting on top of the sandbags, try and peer through this tree line to see if Shturman spawns in between the logs that are in front of me right now. So there he will be. He will either be right there or behind this bush right there. You can go up slightly to the left. And if he's not there, you're going to have to go on top of the sandbags over here. And hopefully, if he doesn't spot you or the guards don't spot you first, you should get a nice little view of the sawmill compound over here. He can be on top of here into the forest on the left slightly. He can just spawn pretty much randomly inside of the sawmill in my experience. He can even be on the right side. I've killed him 1 or 2 times in my Tarkov adventures to the far right at this rock over here, but I wouldn't regard that as a normal spawn. He must have been aggroed on somebody. So do a nice little quick scan. The only problem with this rock here, though, is that players on the other side do like to watch this rock and might swish your head off. But, you know, the M700 is fairly inexpensive. However, this is just what I do. Oh, wait. Is that the scav boss? Oh, there he is. There he is right there. There you go. There you go. That would be over 75 meters. However, let's rotate to the left in case you couldn't see him first time onto the sniper rock right here. Okay, so we're going to be approaching this big, massive rock over here on the left side of the sandbag god spot looking into the sawmill. I'm going to scale this rock here really quickly. This is a nice little shooter born in heaven rock as well. However, it's fairly popular with players, and players do like to look over here as well. It's not as good as god spot number 3, but as you can see here, you can get a nice little view into the sawmill. And again, just try and check those spots. Check over here if Shturman spawns here. It can spawn right in front of you, which might be a little bit too short of distance for 75 meters. But if you got to take the shot anyway. Better than dying. Get the XP in. Can be in the mountainous terrain on our left here. Oh, that is not Shturman. That's just a normal scav. And they can be scattered around within the compound itself. Now let me show you guys the best god spot, or at least in my opinion, god spot number 3. And if you're spawning anywhere near USEC camp or along the, I suppose, near the swamp like in between Uset Camp and Swamp, I would prioritize this god spot first. Alright, in true Tarkov fashion, my game crashed and I had to come over here in another raid, so that's why the sky is different. However, there is the almighty Scav Sniper Rock, and here is a mini spiky, shout out our Psycho Sniper Guide on Shoreline for the call-out name. We're going to be climbing this and looking into the sawmill, so let's go do that really quickly. And this is pretty much where I get most of my kills on Shturman throughout the wipes. I definitely didn't miss like 3 shots before hitting that one. So we're going to go over the back here, and we're going to get on top and climb to the most left side of this spiky rock when facing the sawmill. Alright, so let's make our way to the most left side. There we are. You're going to want to jump up this little, like, thing right there, whatever you want to call it. Now you can lie down and scope out the compound, the sawmill. There's one of his guards, I believe. Oh, also, you want to be zeroed in up to 100 meters at this range. You want to scope out the sawmill and try and catch him off guard from here. Now, we're going to be checking the normal spots as usual. Oh, I can't really rotate while I'm prone right there. So he can spawn here. He can spawn on the right here. And he can spawn on the left. Basically, the entire compound, right? If you can't see him from this angle, rotate to the other god spots, and then you should be able to pick off Shturman from here. Check out the other god spot from here as well. Although I think you might have to range in from 150 meters from there because you're shooting downhill, you're not shooting uphill, but whatever, right? Sadly, I don't think I'm going to be able to get a Shturman kill for this guide.
Yep, Shturman's here.
Actually, hold that thought, Raiders, because the very next raid after I recorded that video and guide right there, Morty went in to complete his hunting trip, and we located and shot down Shturman as a proof of concept from the sandbag rock. How about that? That's going in the video.
Right, where are you at? Where are you at?
But this is what I do every single wipe that I try and get my kappa on. I am on the collector as we speak. More guides to come. Please consider dropping a sub, following up, liking, doing everything else in between. Leaving a nice comment would be fantastic. Raiders, continue to have a great 2026, and I will catch you in the next video.